All right. So basically, I want to just get right into it. Toasty. You know how last time we talked on the last podcast I did, we were talking about how the Fed raises rates very slowly, and that's why our economy might be okay because it'll be such a slow decline for us. So people out there that might lose a job still have a lot of time to get another one or whatever. It's not like the crash of 2008. By the way, guys, before I continue, you guys might hear some different noises like in the background with my mic and everything else. I'm getting this situated. I just got this Rodecaster Pro, so it's a new equipment situation, and I'm just trying to get used to it. So just now today, I got another news article from Ground News, which is the only place I use for my news because they give you all the different sources of every single headline you can find. Here's our headline. Fed raises interest rates by 25 basis points in the smallest hike since March. So here's the deal, Lucille. It's going to be slow because the guy, Powell, doesn't like doing things fast. Powell, when I say that, Powell, it's the guy, the chair. The Federal Reserve chair is Jerome Powell, and he's the one that calls the shots, essentially. He's the president of the Federal Reserve in a way. This guy decided he's just going to raise it by 25 basis points. Each basis point is 0.01 of a dollar. Sorry, a percent. It's a 0.01 of percentages. So right now we were at 4.5% interest rate. So you'll see the interest rate all over the place, mainly on mortgages. The going national rate is 4.5% right now. When he moves it up 25 basis points, it brings it to 4.75. So the 25 basis points, they'll say that in the headline. It says Fed raises rates by 25 basis points. It doesn't give you any decimals. It doesn't give you any it doesn't give you a zero in front of it. It's just 25 full basis points. Each basis point is 0.01 of a percent. 4.5 plus 25 plus 0.25 is 4.75. There you go. There's the math. Now you guys get the whole interest rate thing, and I thought maybe I'd help you guys out there. My point still remains. It'll be a slow decline in the economy, not a fast one, luckily for us. Now, that's if everything goes according to how they're doing it now. If he decides one day and wakes up, he's going to raise them fast and hard, then we're all kind of screwed. It would be better for America in the long term, though, but it would just be bad for everybody right now, including me. Because I am still middle class. The next thing I want to get into, this Texas news here. So this is a little bit of Texas news. I'm not sure what's going on here, but I just read this news article today, and I kind of wanted to mention it. Obviously, right? I need to start looking into other more entertaining subjects for you guys. In Harris County, apparently there was a shortage of ballot paper at some of the Harris County voting centers on election day. Initially, I guess they thought it was just a small issue they had and it wasn't going to actually affect the election. Yeah, I know. Here we go again, talking about elections. It's not that big of a deal, but apparently the county's shortage was more widespread than they thought. This is according to KHOU 11, some local news channel for Harris County. The county's post-election analysis on the extent of the shortage was largely inconclusive. After reviewing help desk logs and calling preceding and alternate election judges, the county estimated 46 to 68 voting centers ran out of their initial allotment of paper. I guess they pre-plan these things and they give each voting center a certain amount of ballot paper to last through however many people are going to show up. But I don't know why they would pre-anticipate this. They should just have ballot paper in general. So what happens whenever they run out of ballot paper? Basically, the county allotted each of the locations 6 ballot paper packets, or enough for 600 ballots. The total votes cast exceeded that amount, sometimes by hundreds of ballots. For example, 946 election day ballots were cast at the Bel Air Civic Center. 990 ballots were cast at the Warner Elementary School, 1,037 at Salyards Middle School. Compare that to the initial 600 ballots of paper they give. What happens with ballots being cast? Apparently, they're just not printed, so they don't get counted. The election day controversy left some voters and election judges furious. How does this happen? How do you run out of paper? I've never heard anything so basic as running out of ballots. The Harris County Republican Party, which has a pending lawsuit against the Elections Administration Office, said it wasn't aware of the scope of the shortage. It was worse than what we even knew, and there's no excuse in my mind. Now, this is hundreds of votes, and you might think, that doesn't matter. The more local you get in an election, the more that each vote counts. When you might have 200 people vote in a small town in Texas for their county, or sorry, for their town mayor and stuff like that, then you might have 1,000 vote for just 1,000 people vote for their county. That's why this matters so much, and that's why they were only allotted 600 ballots per center, because they don't expect to get that many people to vote. The silver lining, if you will, in my opinion, is more people are voting. That's a good thing in my opinion. They need to actually be prepared for that and give them the right amount of ballots. If they think this was some kind of scam, I don't think it would be possible for that to be the scam. 600 to 900, that's 300 ballots. Are you just assuming those 300 ballots are Republicans? If it was a scam, let's just pretend. That's dumb. That doesn't work. That's a stupid way to do it. So anyway, I think that is election administration office problem, and I think they need to fix it, and they need to figure that out. So maybe an investigation into that office on how they run their departments, on making it more efficient and better, not accusing them of swaying it one way or the other, because that always seems to be how they argue these points, and it's dumb. It doesn't work. People are tired of it. I'm tired of it. I don't want to hear that crap anymore. It's not a one side versus whatever. It's a, hey, let's fix this whole department thing and make the whole thing better, I guess, you know? Anyway, guys, that's all I got today. I am making it very short, very small. So, economy is slowly going down. I'm seeing a lot more people getting laid off recently. That is happening. But the silver lining on that is it's going slower than it did in 2008. You have a chance to fix your finances and your problems before you get too crazy, right? And that has been a shorty segment, Daily Dose with Skye. You guys keep at it, you know? Stay toasty. Toasty.